Yo, what's good? I haven't made a prediction since my first prediction I recorded back in 2023, 6 months before the Errol Spence and Bud Crawford fight. And I was totally right about that. You know, I said Bud was going to wash him, and he did. I should have made a video for Canelo and Crawford too, because I fucking came up 3 bands betting on Bud. I was right about that one. Totally right. I was like, dude, he's gonna make it look easy, and he did. I was telling everybody, and everybody didn't believe me. You know, I had a couple of friends were saying that Bud didn't stand no chance. I was like, all right, dog, watch. You gonna see, dumbass. Because everybody was saying that Canelo was too big, and I'm like, how? He's 5'7", and Bud is 5'8", 5'9". It didn't make no sense to me. So yeah, I got that. You know, I made a bet at the casino, and I made $1,000 straight up bet with a Mexican back home in Alaska, and he was so confident. He really thought he had it in the bag, but I was like, nah, dog, that money's mine. I already knew it. I bet on the win for Crawford. I thought he was gonna stop him. I bet on the stoppage too. That didn't work out, but he almost did though. But now I want to talk about this Erickson, Lubin, and Ortiz fight. I think people are sleeping on Lubin, and I think Lubin really is the better boxer, the better fighter. And mentality-wise, yo, Ortiz is a bitch to me. Him and Boots are the same. The only difference is fucking Ortiz never got a belt. Not even emailed to his ass. And he likes to act like people are ducking him. Bitch, you ain't even been at 154 long enough. And you could become a mandatory by getting a belt, fighting your way to become the mandatory, talking to whatever sanctioning bodies you're in, and make the fight happen. But he wants to act like, oh, I'm never going to get a fight or a title fight because nobody wants. Man, shut your bitch ass up, dog. You's a hoe. Mas puto. Straight bitch made, homie. Like, I don't know where they do that at. Maybe it's because your dad don't want to see you lose. But when you do that kind of shit, you gonna get exposed. Now, Erickson, Lubin took some L's, yes. But dog, he's the one fighting everybody. He's the one who goes for undefeated fighters. He's the one who really be testing himself. Okay? L's, this new generation needs to move away from like, oh, if you lose one time, you're fucking trash. No. Because back then, everybody was fighting everybody. People took L's because they were fighting the best. And Lubin is like a throwback fighter. Him, Bud, Haney, they all want the smoke. Lubin wants his revenge. I know he got knocked out by Charlo, and it was just, he slipped, but I felt like when I saw that, I was like, dude, he slipped way too far. It's a game of inches. He motherfucker slipped a whole foot and got caught with freaking by Jamel's fucking like straight right. Crazy. So was it straight right or was it jab? I don't know. I really missed that fight live. But mentality-wise, dog, I think Lubin is the guy. I don't think he's been broken. I think mentally he has the right attitude. You know, he's not moving like a Boots. He's not moving carefully. He's moving like a fucking savage. He's like, you know, He's like Clubber Lang. You know, he's about to... these motherfuckers taking all the easy matches, finding nothing but bums. That's not Erickson Lubin, bro. But you can just see everybody else moving to try and preserve their O. Lubin never gave a fuck about his O. He wanted to fight the best to see where he's at and be the best. And a guy with that many fucking undefeated fighters on his resume, dog, he's a fucking dog. That means you're trying to fight the best possible fight every time. See, with Bud, it was like every fight after he won the championship overseas against Ricky Burns, dude, it was a dangerous fight every fucking time. But people forget that, or either that, they weren't watching at the time. Okay, but Erickson Lubin is a dog. I think he got better skills. I think he got a better mentality. I think he got, I wouldn't say more, but he got some punching power. I mean, if you fucking put Fundora on his ass, dog, I mean, and Fundora is the cheapest fighter out there. It's like, motherfucker, go eat some shit and go fight at the weight you're supposed to fight, which is probably light heavyweight, cruiserweight, dog. You're way too fucking tall. It's cheap. But Lubin could have won that fight if his face wasn't busted. But he knocked that motherfucker down, though. He sat his fucking lanky ass on the canvas. But all I'm saying is, I think Lubin's going to win. I don't know if it's by knockout or decision. I'm pretty sure Lubin's going to try to go for the knockout. But I just know for sure he's going to win. I just don't see Ortiz's style. Like, I think Ortiz's style is just going to play into the hands of Lubin, dog. That little come forward style behind the shields, the high guard, the inactive high guard. Nah, bro. The fuck is that? Dude got no body movement, head movement. His footwork is like really subpar. And on the fact that he's really not trying to fight the best. He act like he is. He act like nobody wants to defend their title against him. Motherfucker, to be honest, become a mandatory, Ortiz. And then you can make it happen. But if you're not trying to become the mandatory and fight the people you're supposed to fight, then use a bitch. That's all I can say. It just looks like you was a bitch. You move like... I feel like Boots, Tank, Ortiz, they be all moving goofy. Okay? They protecting their O's, bro. If Ortiz loses his O, there goes Golden Boy, because Golden Boy hasn't been really that good since the early 2000s. Golden Boy hasn't been that good since Manny Pacquiao beat that ass. Let's be honest. When Manny Pacquiao moved up, and I wish he didn't fight at a catchweight, because I just hate the catchweight shit. But regardless, Manny is the smallest welterweight, possibly of all time. I don't think you've seen a 5'5" welterweight. And every time you wait, well, neither here or there. But I got Lubin winning. However, I just think his mentality is what you expect from a fighter that tests himself against the best. He don't want somebody with a losing record, or at least a bad win-lose ratio. He want to fight the top 5 every time. And to me, that the kind of mentality is only going to make you better. Now, I might be wrong, you know what I'm saying? It's rare that I'm wrong. I think the last time I ever lost a bet on a fight was when I bet with my heart, and it was with it was on Pacquiao. I was like, I fucked up, or either I fucked up or Manny let me down. Because Manny said he had shoulder issues, bitch. You could have fucking postponed the fight. If your shoulder wasn't 100% you should have. Regardless, it's no excuse. You should have made better moves, Manny. You're dumb. So you could have postponed it. Say you got a shoulder injury. That. Instead, you wanted the... I don't know. But back to Erickson, Lubin, and Ortiz. I feel like Lubin's going to win. That's my prediction. And I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it? Yeah. We're going to see. The odds is good. You know, I didn't know it was that good. You know, it makes me, like, kind of question my bet. But, you know, I'm always willing to admit I'm wrong, yo. I'm fucking human. I'm not going to get it right every fucking time. But I've gotten it right a lot of times when I bet. Back then, I wouldn't even count when I was betting on boxing back then, when I was like a teenager. When, I think I got that one wrong too. De La Hoya and Mayweather. I totally got that one wrong. But I didn't really know shit about boxing at age 17. You know, even though I was training, I still didn't understand the sweet science yet. You know? But I understand it now. I understand you need way more to win than just power and speed. You know, it's all about the mentality and your IQ. And I just think Lubin's experience and IQ is a cut above Ortiz. That fucking inactive high guard behind the shield to try and... Nah. I think Lubin's going to pick him apart with that. As long as he let his hands go. Anyway, that's all I got. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers act like you can never be wrong, but I'm so far about 90% right about all the big fights since Mayweather and Pacquiao. I think when I finally started understanding the sport was when Chavez Jr. versus Sergio Martinez. I was like, yo, nah, I think Sergio Martinez is going to win because he's faster. He got way better footwork. Yeah, and the hands down style, you can't really see the punches coming like that. And he was fucking Chavez up. But anyways, I got Erickson, Lubin for Ortiz. And I'm going to stand on that. Right or wrong, I put my money where my mouth is. You saw that, right? You saw that, right? You see that? I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it? And that's that. We'll see what happens. All right, I'm out. Y'all be good.